It's just been one thing after another, and I'm just over it. And so now I want to do something to fix it. Welcome back to my channel. So today I wanted to talk to you guys about kind of where I am mentally and then some changes that I'm making to try to get on the lighter side of things. So last March, I started a virtual assistant business, which has now become a digital systems business. Different conversation for a different day. So I had a huge plan on how I was going to make everything work. My oldest was already in school. My youngest, I was going to send him to daycare. Basically, right after I launched, the pandemic happened and the boys were actually brought home. So now, instead of having all this time in my day to be able to focus on the business and then dedicating time to them later in the day once they were home, I had to do it all at once, and it just wasn't what I planned. I had no time to really plan because I actually got my first client a few days after the school closed. So I just was launched into it. And then I actually became booked out of my business just a couple months after I started. And I didn't really take the time to know like what being booked out was gonna be like logistically. What it ended up being like was my youngest being in his high chair the majority of the day while my oldest sat on the couch, and they were on tablets or watching TV pretty much all day while I worked. I really didn't have any other option, and so that's just what it was. I had to work. They had to be safe, so my youngest had to stay in his high chair because he's a climber. He jumps off of things. It's just wild. And it wasn't the lifestyle that I was trying to go after at all. I was having no time with my kids. Like I can't even imagine having like a day where you're playing with your friends all day. You've got a teacher and all of this, and then you come home and your mom's like doing extra stuff with you, to going from that until sitting in front of the TV all day. They spent maybe an hour and a half like interacting with me, and I'm the only person they can interact with because the youngest was in the high chair all day, and it was just a mess. And if I'll be honest, I just felt like a pretty crappy mom, and crappy isn't the word I'd rather use if I'm being honest. I'm speaking in past tense, but honestly, up until this past week, I've been so overwhelmed. It's like I can't even breathe. And then there were some issues with the house that came up, with repairs that being needed. A mouse got into my house. That rhymes, but it's not the point. It was disgusting. That was a whole thing. It's just has been one thing after another, and I'm just overwhelmed. And so instead of just being overwhelmed and just calling people and complaining all day and just crying all the time and just feeling like crap 24/7, I want to do something to fix it. So I came up with a plan. Come fall, I'm going to be putting both of the boys in school. I feel like at some point they've got to go back. I can't homeschool. It's not something I can do right now because I've got to work. One day I will, but right now, no. So they will be going to school come fall. So I've dropped down from 2 clients to 1. I had 3 and then I dropped down to 2 to try to make that work, and it's just not working. So I dropped down to just 1 client. That client pays me, which covers my bills. I am going to just focus on doing something that I love, and right now that is YouTube. YouTube has always been the one thing I've been passionate about. Being a stay-at-home mom, while it was fulfilling, I always needed something else. I just didn't know what it was, and when I started YouTube, I fell in love with it. It's the one thing I've been passionate about ever. I love it. I love editing. I love the analytics. Staying up and editing a video for 8 hours that's 10 minutes long. I love it. Right now, I've worked out a budget so that I'll have money for a full year. On top of paying my bills, and I'm gonna focus on growing YouTube and growing this community. One of my favorite things has been the comments that I get, the discussions that I can have down in the comments. And I don't even have that many comments because I have a super small channel, but I love it. And I just wanna do something I love again. While I do like my business and I do like the people I've gotten to work with, it's just not it for me. I don't know how to explain it. There's a lot of pressure that comes with being a service provider because, y'all, I was about to cry. My phone just died and I thought I lost that entire video. I've been talking for like 30 minutes. So my new plan is just really reprioritize my life and like what's important and when. Things like cleaning, I'm probably not gonna clean up that much during the week. After the boys go to bed, I wanna pick up a little just so it doesn't get like too messy, sweep up any food crumbs or because we don't want ants and things like that. Like my house is probably just gonna be a mess during the week until they go to school because I just don't have the time for it. That's not the priority for right now. I'm just trying to get through the summer. I'm gonna work 3 or 4 hours a day. I am going to try to find activities that me and my boys can do together. And then come fall, they'll be both going to school. So my youngest will be 3, so he'll be going to preschool. And then my oldest, he is gonna be starting kindergarten, which I am sad about because I always imagined just doing straight homeschool. That's not the way things are working out. I'm letting go, letting God. So he's gonna be going to school. So then during the day, I have time to just work, film, edit, and so when they're home, I'll have that dedicated time for them. So the main things I'm focusing on is just making sure I'm spending that time with my boys and loving myself more, spending some time with God. I've got another video coming up on my 2021 goals. I know it's pretty late because it's April. Is it April? It's April. So yeah, I'm pretty excited about everything. And then my other main focus is you guys. I enjoy talking to y'all. I enjoy sharing my feelings with y'all and just knowing I'm not alone. So I do want to make this a priority. I want to make sure I'm showing up here every single week for you all. Now, I don't know, I might miss a week or two, but y'all call me out if I miss it. So yeah, I can't wait for this journey. I'm super excited to just get out of this funk and just stop chasing the money and start chasing life and living life and enjoying life, and hopefully the money follows. But if not, you know, at least I'm paying my bills, right? All right, y'all, I'll see y'all later. If y'all like this video, go ahead and give a thumbs up, and if you want to see more like it, go ahead and subscribe. Don't forget to hit the notification bell, and I'll see y'all next week. Bye.
I've been on the road, out here with the squad, everybody trying to go, yeah, the party jumping off, hey, we putting on a show, trying to catch a vibe, we do this every time, like, na 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 na.